Hi everybody, welcome to AstroVed's Live Connect. Today we are going to discuss a very interesting topic in astrology before we proceed on to discussing the answers to the questions posted by some of the users. Well, what is the interesting topic today? That is about the planetary combinations called yogas. Yoga is not related to yogasana or something else, but it is astrological yogas. What are astrological yogas? Yogas are planetary combinations or combinations of particular planets which give some auspicious results to the native of the birth chart. Well, let us list out some of the yogas. Some of the yogas are Pancha Mahapurusha yogas such as Malavya Yoga, Bhadra Yoga, Ruchaka Yoga, Sasa Yoga and Hamsa Yoga. These are called Pancha Mahapurusha Yogas because these are very special combinations which give very auspicious results to the natives. Okay, let us go in detail to discuss these yogas today. Well, the first one is Malavya Yoga. What is Malavya Yoga? Malavya Yoga is related to Venus, the planet Venus. Well, when Venus is in its own house or in its exalted position and in a quadrant or kendra from the Lagna or the Chandra Lagna, then it produces Malavya Yoga. Alright. What are the effects of Malavya Yoga? When a native is blessed with Malavya Yoga, then and particularly in his running his Venus Mahadasha, he will experience a bliss in his full 20 years of Venus Dasha. What are the effects? Well, he will have a good family, he will get a good spouse, children, and he will also be getting well settled life. He will get lot of material progress and he will be blessed with all the materialistic things in his life. He will be enjoying a good time and a high time in his life. This is the effect of Malavya Yoga. When a person is blessed with Malavya Yoga, he needs nothing else in his life to say in particular. He will be so happy in his life whenever the Malavya Yoga is materializing and manifesting in his birth chart. Alright. Okay. What is the next yoga? The next yoga is Bhadra Yoga. Bhadra Yoga is related to the planet Mercury. So, as stated earlier, related to Venus, Bhadra Yoga is related to Mercury, and when Mercury is in its own house or in its exalted state in a quadrant or kendra from the moon sign or the Lagna, then Bhadra Yoga is formed. Bhadra Yoga is related to intelligence and communication. When a person is blessed with Bhadra Yoga, he may even become a famous reporter or journalist, and he may become sometimes even very famous in the society, and he will be related to the media and things like those. So, as Mercury is related to communication and youthfulness also, he will be very energetic person and very youthful in nature, smiling always, and he will receive a lot of attraction from the people, and so he will have a lot of charm in his face and things like those. Okay, what is the next yoga? The next yoga is Ruchaka Yoga. Ruchaka Yoga. Ruchaka Yoga is related to Mars. Okay, when Mars is in its own house or in its exalted state and in a kendra or quadrant from the Lagna or Chandra Lagna, then Ruchaka Yoga is formed strongly in the native's birth chart. Okay, what are the effects of Ruchaka Yoga? Mars is an energetic planet, a fighting planet. Lot of fights, arguments, quarrels, energy, enthusiasm inflicted into the native. Well, when Ruchaka Yoga is manifested in the horoscope, then the person may even become a commander in the army, or he may enter sectors like defense, air force, navy and things like those. He will be also entering departments like police departments and things like those. So, this is all connected with the planet Mars. Okay, what is the next yoga? The next yoga is Hamsa Yoga. Well, Hamsa Yoga is related to the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is related to intelligence and spirituality. Well, whenever Jupiter is in its own house or in its exalted position and in a kendra or quadrant from the Lagna or Chandra Lagna, then Hamsa Yoga is formed. What happens when a person is blessed with Hamsa Yoga? A native with a strong Hamsa Yoga will get blessed with a good spouse, and he'll be inclined towards spirituality and religion. He will have a lot of God faith in him. It will make him a very good person in the society. He'll get a lot of good friends, and he'll be admired as a very spiritualistic and good person in particular. All right. The next one among the Pancha Mahapurusha Yogas is Sasya Yoga. Sasya Yoga is related to the planet Saturn. What does it imply? Well, when Saturn is in its own house or in its exalted state and in a Kendra or quadrant from the Ragna or Chandra Lagna, Sasya Yoga is manifested in the horoscope. Okay, what does Sasya Yoga mean? Saturn is a planet concerned with a lot of hard work, discipline, sincerity, and administrative skills and things like those. So, a person with Sasya Yoga should at least head an organization, a small organization, or at least be a team leader in his office. In a large spheres, he may be even a political leader also, or he may be entering into ministerial positions also. So, these are the 5 Pancha Mahapurusha Yogas that we have been discussing about. Okay, let us move on to the questions posed by the users. Well, the first question is from Mr. Arun. Well, Mr. Arun, what is your question? The question is, hi, I have a match with my partner for Ganam, Rasi, Raju and Vedai, but we are lacking the Yoni Purtam. Is it okay to go ahead with the marriage? Here are more details. Male, and he has given his details, and for the female also he has given his details. Well, Mr. Arun, Yoni Purtam is very, very important for physical compatibility, or in particular the sexual compatibility. So, that is very important for marriage. Whenever Yoni Purtam is missing, you may have a friction with your partner. So, you may not have the marital bliss that you are expecting. So, Yoni Purtam is very, very important for him to proceed with the marriage. So, before proceeding with the marriage, even if the other Purtams are matching, so if Yoni Purtam is missing, you have to keep in mind that this factor is missing, will be missing in your life if you go ahead with the marriage. So, it is to say something like a more important factor that is getting missed from your list. So, though the other factors are missing, this is very important, and still I recommend that you have to keep in mind, if you are a sort of a person who are very adjustable, then you can go ahead with the marriage. Otherwise, you are very particular about the physical compatibility, then you have to place a check, or you have to take up second thoughts. Okay, that is about your question, Mr. Arun. Thank you. Yes. Before we go on to the next question, let us discuss about some of the other yogas in astrology. Okay, let us discuss about Chandra Mangala Yoga. What is Chandra Mangala Yoga? Well, Chandra Mangala Yoga, as the name denotes, is denoted with the planet Chandra and Mangala. Well, the planet Moon and the Mars. Whenever they are connected with each other, like aspecting each other, Chandra Mangala Yoga is formed. It is also called Mahalakshmi Yoga. It makes a person very enthusiastic and abundant in life with all the things. He will be very rich, he will be very energetic, and things like those. Also, he will be related to good profits in business. If supposingly he is a businessman, he will be seeing good profits in business, particularly as Chandra is related to, Moon is related to foods, and Mangala, the Mars, is related to heat or the fire. This is related to the food industry. So, particularly in the food industry, he may excel. For example, he may take up hotel businesses, restaurants, and catering businesses and things like those. So, he will also be very successful in other businesses also. So, this is about Chandra Mangala Yoga. Okay. Let us go to some of the negative yogas. Next one is Guru Chandala Yoga. What is Guru Chandala Yoga? Guru is a planet which is related, that is Jupiter, is related to auspiciousness and spirituality and religion. Well, what happens if it is afflicted in a negative manner? That is, if Jupiter is placed along with Rahu, then Guru Chandala Yoga is formed. Rahu is a planet. Chandala means a person connected with the graveyards. For example, the undertaker or people like those. So, in astrology, Guru Chandala Yoga makes a person ill-disciplined or indisciplined. So, he may not be very disciplined. He may relate himself to people who are dealing with indisciplined acts and things like those. He will not be a very disciplined person, and he will find difficulty in respecting other people, and he also getting respect from other people. So this is Guru Chandala Yoga. Well, next yoga is Kela Yoga, when the planet Jupiter or Guru is in conjunction with Ketu, then Kela Yoga is formed. Well, what is Kela Yoga? Kela Yoga makes a person very famous. It also makes a person very renowned, and sometimes it may make a person go to foreign lands and become world famous. So that is Kela Yoga. So this happens when Ketu is placed along with Jupiter in a house. Okay. Let us go to the next question. Yes, the next question has been asked by Ishani. Well, Ishani, what is the question? When will I get married to my lover Anirban Ganguly? Well, let us analyze your birth chart and go in with the answers. Okay. So, on analyzing your birth chart, the Lagna Lord seems to be Moon and is placed in the 8th house, and the 7th house represents marriage. The 7th house seems to be Capricorn, whose Lord is Saturn. Saturn is exalted in your horoscope, which is a very good thing, in the 4th house, and currently you are running the Jupiter Mahadasha. And as far as the minor period or Bhukti is concerned, you are running the Rahu Bhukti. Alright. So, Rahu is auspiciously placed in the 11th house from the ascendant, which is a good thing. Whenever any negative planet or malefic planet is placed in the 11th house, it is a very good thing, because during its Dasa or Bhukti, it will give auspicious results. So, during the Rahu sub period, that is starting from October 29, 2018 till March 20, 2021, this period is quite favorable for you for your marriage. Don't worry, you can be married from any time from now. This is a very auspicious period for you as you are running the Rahu Bhukti. Well, let us go in for the next question. The next question has been posted by Varsha. Well, Varsha, what is the question? I have financial issues. My husband has invested money in a property and now wants to sell it. Please let me know tentatively when it should be sold, as we are running short of money. Well, this is something about the real estate, which is represented by the 4th house from the ascendant and also related to the planet Mars. So, Mars seems to be in your own house in your birth chart. But the planet Mars is in the 12th house from the Lagna, which is not very, Mars, things related to real estate. The planet Mars is in the 12th house, and you are currently running the Jupiter Dasha. So, on analyzing a birth chart, the 4th house from the Lagna happens to be Leo, whose ruler is Sun, and it is placed in the 10th house. Alright, and you are running the Bhukti of Venus, and Venus seems to be exalted in your birth chart in the 11th house, which seems to be a very auspicious position for you. So, during the Venus Bhukti, that is which started in March 23 to 2018 till November 20, 2020, is quite auspicious for you. You can go ahead selling your property during this period, that is right now till November 20, 2020. Okay. So, let us go in with the other yogas in the birth charts. Okay. Yes. The next yoga is Kal Sarpa Yoga. What is Kal Sarpa Yoga? Sarpa in astrology refers to snake, the planets Rahu and Ketu. When all the planets are hemmed in between Rahu and Ketu, then it gives rise to Kal Sarpa Yoga or Kal Sarpa Dosha. What happens if a person is afflicted with this yoga or dosha? Well, when all the planets are hemmed in between Rahu and Ketu, the native will have lots of ups and downs in life. He will face sort of difficulties in his life. He will have problems related to progress in his life. Sometimes he may lose his job, he may lose his money, he may break his relationships, so things like those. However, in case of Kalsarpa Yoga, the second half of life, after a period of heavy difficulty, the second later part of life will be quite smooth. So, this is about Kal Sarpa Yoga. Next about Neecha Bhanga Raj Yoga. Okay, what is Neecha Bhanga Raj Yoga? First, let us discuss the terms Neecha and Bhanga. First, Neecha, debilitation. The state of debilitation. Whenever a planet is in its debilitated state, it will not be able to deliver its fullest results. So, Bhanga, what is Bhanga? Bhanga is cancellation or negativity added to the Neecha, that is cancellation of the debilitation. For example, there are many factors which happen to be fruitful for the cancellation of debilitation. Whenever the dispositor of a house in which the Neecha planet is placed is aspecting the Neecha planet or debilitated planet, then the debilitation gets cancelled. Like that, many factors are there in which the debilitation gets cancelled. If the debilitation gets cancelled, then the planet becomes very strong and it will be like in an exalted state. Alright. So, that is Neecha Bhanga Raj Yoga. So, it is something like a sort of a situation wherein a beggar like situation becomes like a kingly position. For example, a person may be experiencing things in life similar to like the beggar, that is he may not have things in his life. Suddenly he may have an exalted position in his life, which means that he may get riches, he may get good relationships, he may get good fame in his life and prestige in the society. That is Neecha Bhanga Raj Yoga. It is a very powerful yoga in a horoscope because we have heard of people turning millionaires overnight. So, this is one of the yoga which is applicable to those. Well, let us go to the next question. Next question has been asked by Rositsa. Well, what is your question? How to establish full connection with the divine world and my guides? What I have to clear to achieve the light body and ascension? Thank you, Rositsa from Bulgaria. Well, on analyzing your birth chart, the Sun, Mercury, Venus and Saturn are positioned together in a house. This gives rise to a rich combination of planets, and that is why it makes you very spiritual in nature. The point that you are very spiritual is because of this combination of planets. So, another point is that Ketu is a planet responsible for spirituality and moksha. And to say something more, your question is how to achieve the full connection with the divine world. You are a naturally spiritualistic person, and as a result you will be very spiritual in nature. So, that is what your chart indicates. So, you can involve yourself in spiritual activities, religion, God faith. You can spend a lot of time going to temples, doing chanting God's mantras, and you can involve yourself with the divinity in the form of even yoga and meditation and things like those. This will make you, as I said, what you achieve the light body and the ascension. This will give you some divine and occult powers and help you attain moksha or connection with the God. Well, the next question has been asked by Natasha. Well, Natasha, what is your question? I have had some setbacks and general difficulties regarding money and divorce over the last few years. Will I have a positive change of fortunes in 2009? Well, let us see what 2009 has in for you. Okay. So, Venus is in its own house and you are running the Venus Dasha, and as far as the Bhukti is concerned, you are running the Moon Bhukti. Okay. Moon is debilitated in your birth chart. So, as far as the Anta Dasha is concerned, Pratyanta Dasha is concerned, right now you are running the Jupiter subminor period. Jupiter is exalted in your birth chart. So, as you had asked, right now your setbacks will be settling down and you can get a favorable position in life. And even regarding money and divorce, you know things will be settling back and you can get back to normal during this period because Jupiter is exalted in your birth chart. But remember, this is a passing phase in life, so you have to focus more and you can go in for some remedies. So, as Moon is debilitated, on Mondays you can focus more on spirituality and God, and on Mondays you can observe fast if health permits, and you can chant the mantra Om Chandraya Namaha on Mondays. So, if you happen to be a non-vegetarian, you can avoid non-vegetarian diet on Mondays. So, this is all for questions. Finally, we have 2 more yogas to go, Parivartana Yoga and Raja Yoga. Well, what is Parivartana Yoga? Parivartan means exchange of planetary houses. For example, 2 planets are sitting in the houses of each other. So, this gives rise to Parivartana Yoga. Both the planets become strong in the horoscope and will give beneficial results in the native's life. So, this is Parivartana Yoga. The last one is Raja Yoga. There are many sorts of Raja Yogas. One such Raja Yoga is Dana Yoga. Whenever the lords of the 11th and the 2nd houses are connected, it gives rise to a very strong Dana Yoga in the horoscope. The native will be blessed with all the riches, he will be getting even income from multiple sources and things like those. This is Dana Yoga. So, we have come to a discussion of all the yogas and the questions posted by the users. So, let us connect back again to AstroVed's Live Connect. Have a great day ahead.